Why does the Great Wall persist as one of humanity's most enduring symbols? It is not merely a pile of stone and earth stretching across China's northern borders. It is a mirror held up to the tensions and adaptations of Chinese civilization over 2 millennia. The core question: is the Great Wall a testament to imperial power or a reflection of a civilization's defensive anxiety? A clue lies in the diversity of its sections, from the rammed earth mounds of the Qin dynasty to the brick and stone fortifications of the Ming. Each layer tells a story of how a dynasty balanced security needs with resource constraints, and how it viewed its place in the world relative to the nomadic societies beyond its borders. The earliest walls that would later form part of the Great Wall date back to the Spring and Autumn period, 770 to 476 BC. These were not national defense structures, but local barriers built by individual states like Qi and Sichuan to protect their territories from neighboring states. For example, the Qi Great Wall, which runs through present-day Shandong province, was constructed using rammed earth and stone, with a base width of up to 10 meters and height of 5 meters. Archaeological excavations have found remains of watchtowers along its length, indicating its role in monitoring enemy movements. This early wall laid the technical groundwork for later large-scale construction, demonstrating how local defense needs could drive engineering innovation. By the Warring States period, 475 to 221 BC, the focus of wall building shifted to defending against nomadic raids from the north. States like Yang, the Shao, and Qin built walls along their northern borders to fend off groups like the Zhongmu and Donghu. The Shao Wall, for instance, extended from present-day Inner Mongolia to Hebei province, using a combination of rammed earth and stone to adapt to the rugged terrain. These walls were longer and more connected than their spring and autumn predecessors, reflecting the growing threat of nomadic incursions. Their construction also required coordinated labor and resource management, which would later be essential for the Qian dynasty's unification of the walls. The shift to northern border walls reflected the growing threat of nomadic incursions, setting the stage for the Great Wall as a national defense project. When Qin Shi Huang unified China in 221 BC, he ordered the connection of the northern walls built by Yong, the Shao, and Qin into a single defensive system. In 214 BC, he dispatched General Mian Tian with 300 soldiers and conscripted laborers to construct the wall from Lintao in present-day Gansu to Liaodun in present-day Liaoning. The Qin Wall used rammed earth as its primary material. Workers mixed soil with straw and water, then compacted it layer by layer into wooden frames. This method was cost-effective and suitable for the flat grasslands of northern China. However, the harsh conditions of construction led to the deaths of thousands of laborers, contributing to widespread discontent that eventually toppled the Qin dynasty. The Qin Wall set the precedent for the Great Wall as a unifying national project, linking imperial authority to border security. The Han Dynasty, 206 BC AD 220, expanded the Great Wall to protect the newly opened Silk Road and counter the resurgent Xiongnu. In 138 BC, Zhang Qiang's mission to the western regions revealed the need for a secure trade route, prompting the Han to build walls westward to Dunhuang and the Hexi Corridor. The Han Wall stretched over 0 kilometers, making it the longest in history. Unlike the Qin Wall, it included watchtowers every 10 to 15 kilometers and beacon fires to transmit messages quickly. For example, a fire signal could alert troops hundreds of kilometers away within hours. The Han Wall facilitated the flow of goods and ideas along the Silk Road, connecting China to Central Asia and beyond. Its beacon system became a model for later dynasties' communication networks. The Han Wall facilitated Silk Road trade, connecting China to global networks and influencing cross-cultural exchange for centuries. The Western Han, 206 BC AD 9, focused on expanding the wall westward, while the Eastern Han, AD 25 to 220, prioritized repairing existing sections in the north. During the Eastern Han, the wall was used not only for defense, but also as a boundary to control the movement of nomadic groups into agricultural areas. For instance, the Eastern Han government built checkpoints along the wall to collect taxes from traders and regulates the entry of nomadic herders. This dual role of defense and administration showed that the Great Wall was more than a military structure. It was a tool for managing cross-border interactions. Its dual role as defense and administration showed that the Great Wall could be a tool for managing cross-border interactions, a model adopted by later dynasties. The Northern Wei Dynasty, AD 386 to 534, a semi-nomadic regime that ruled northern China, built walls to defend against other nomadic groups like the Ruren. In AD 423, Emperor Taiwu ordered the construction of a wall from present Shaanxi to Hebei province, stretching over 0 kilometers. Unlike previous walls, the Northern Wei Wall used stone and brick in mountainous areas. As these materials were more durable against attacks and weather, the wall also included fortresses at strategic points, such as the Yangmen Pass, which became a key defensive hub. This shift to stone brick construction marked a technical advancement that later dynasties like the Ming would adopt. The shift to stone brick construction marked a technical advancement that became standard for the Ming Great Wall. The Northern Qi Dynasty, AD 550 to 577, continued the wall-building tradition of the Northern Wei, but on a larger scale. In AD 556, Emperor Wen Shizhu ordered the construction of a wall from Shaanxi to the Bohai Sea, using over 1 million laborers. The Northern Qi Wall was thicker and taller than previous walls, up to 12 meters high and 8 meters wide, with watchtowers every 5 kilometers. It also included moats in flat areas to enhance defense. The Northern Qi's wall was so well built that parts of it were later incorporated into the Ming Great Wall. Its use of massive labor forces highlighted the state's ability to mobilize resources for large-scale projects. Its well-built sections were later incorporated into the Ming Wall, highlighting the continuity of defensive engineering across dynasties. The Sui Dynasty, AD 581 to 618, unified China after centuries of division, and reconstructed the Great Wall to defend against Turkic raids. Between AD 581 and 618, the Sui built 4 major wall sections, using forced labor from peasants and soldiers. For example, in AD 585, Emperor Wing ordered 300 laborers to repair the wall in Shaanxi and Hebei. The Sui wall combined rammed earth and stone, adapting to the terrain of each region. However, like the Qin dynasty, the Sui's excessive use of labor for wall construction led to social unrest, contributing to its collapse in AD 618. The Sui's experience showed that wall building could be a double-edged sword, effective for defense, but potentially destabilizing if not managed properly. The Sui experience demonstrated that wall building must balance security needs with social stability to avoid regime collapse. The Tang Dynasty, AD 618 to 907, was one of the few dynasties that did not build larger-scale walls. Instead, it used a combination of military garrisons, alliances with nomadic groups, and expansion into Central Asia to ensure border security. For example, the Tang established the Yangtze Protectorate in Central Asia to control trade routes and counter Turkic influence. This approach reflected the Tang's confidence in its military and diplomatic power. The Tang's decision to forego wall building demonstrated that walls are not the only way to maintain border stability. Sometimes a proactive foreign policy is more effective. The Tang's alternative strategy showed that proactive diplomacy and military expansion could replace walls, influencing the Qing's border policy. The Song Dynasty, AD 9601-279, lost control of northern China to the Liao and Jin dynasties, so it built walls in the south to defend its territory. The Song Wall ran along the Hui River and the Yangtze River, using brick and mortar for durability. Unlike previous walls, it included water gates to control river traffic and prevent enemy crossings. For example, the Song built a wall around the city of Kaifeng with moats and drawbridges to defend against Jin raids. However, the Song Wall could not stop the Mongol invasion in the 13th century, as the Mongols used advanced siege weapons like catapults and gunpowder. The Song's experience highlighted the limitation of walls against technologically advanced enemies. The Song's defensive walls highlighted the limitation of fixed structures against technologically advanced enemies. A lesson for future dynasties. The Yuan Dynasty, AD 1271 to 1368, established by the Mongols, did not build any major walls. Since the Mongols controlled both agrarian China and nomadic Central Asia, they saw wars as irrelevant. Their power came from mobility and cavalry, not fixed defenses. Instead, the Yuan used a system of postal stations, yan, to maintain communication across their vast empire. The Yuan's neglect of the Great Wall led to its deterioration in many areas. However, it also showed that a dynasty with a multi-ethnic identity and a mobile military did not need walls to maintain control. The Yuan's neglect of walls showed that multi-ethnic empires with mobile militaries could maintain control without fixed defenses. The Ming Dynasty, AD 1368 to 1644, began rebuilding the Great Wall immediately after overthrowing the Yuan. In AD 1370, Emperor Hongwu ordered the repair of the northern Qi wall in Shaanxi and Hebei. The early Ming wall used stone and brick, adapting to the mountainous terrain of northern China. For example, the wall in the Taihang Mountains used local stone blocks, which were easier to transport and more durable than rammed earth. The early Ming's wall was focused on defending against Mongol raids, which were frequent in the first decades of the dynasty. Its use of stone, brick construction set the standard for the rest of the Ming's wall projects. Its stone, brick construction set the standard for the Ming's wall projects, ensuring durability against Mongol raids. In AD 1421, Emperor Yongle moved the Ming capital from Nanjing to Beijing, which was closer to the northern border. This shift led to a major expansion of the Great Wall around Beijing. The Yongle era, AD 1403 to 1424, saw the construction of watchtowers and fortresses along the northern border, such as the Zhuyong Pass. The wall around Beijing was built with high-quality brick and mortar, with crenellations, notched walls for soldiers to shoot from, and parapets for protection. This section of the wall was designed to be both defensive and symbolic, showing the Ming's commitment to protecting its capital. The Yongle era's wall expansion laid the foundation for the iconic Ming Great Wall. The expansion around Beijing turned the wall into a symbolic and defensive hub, reinforcing the capital's security for centuries. During the Middle Ming period, AD 1425 to 1573, the dynasty established a garrison system along the Great Wall. Soldiers and their families were stationed at fortresses along the wall, where they farmed the land to support themselves. This system reduced the cost of maintaining the wall and ensured a constant presence of troops. For example, the garrison at the Beideling section included over 10 soldiers and their families. The garrison system also helped to integrate the wall into local communities, as soldiers and civilians worked together to maintain the structure. This system was so effective that it was used until the end of the Ming Dynasty. The garrison system reduced maintenance costs and integrated the wall into local communities, ensuring long-term sustainability. The late Ming period, AD 1573 to 1644, saw the construction of the most well-preserved sections of the Great Wall, particularly during the Wanli era. In AD 1573, Emperor Wanli ordered General Qi Jigonghe to repair and expand the wall in northern China. Qi Zheguang's wall included features like double walls, 2 parallel walls for extra defense, watchtowers with multiple levels, and barracks for soldiers. For example, the Motianyu section of the Great Wall, built during this era, has 22 watchtowers and double walls in some areas. Qi Zheguang's design made the wall more resistant to attacks and easier to defend. The Wanli era's wall is the one that most people recognize today as the Great Wall. Qi Gong's design made the wall more resistant to attacks, creating the iconic sections that define the Great Wall today. Despite the Ming's efforts to strengthen the Great Wall, it could not stop the Manchu invasion in the early 17th century. The Manchus, a nomadic group from northeastern China, used a combination of diplomacy and military strategy to bypass the wall. For example, in AD 1644, the Manchus allied with a Ming general named Wu Songyi to pass through the Shanghai Pass, which was the eastern end of the Great Wall. This event marked the end of the Ming dynasty and the beginning of the Qing dynasty. The Ming's failure to stop the Manchus showed that even the most well-built walls can be overcome if the dynasty's internal stability is compromised. The Ming's failure showed that walls alone cannot protect a dynasty if internal stability is compromised. A cautionary tale for future rulers. The Qing dynasty, AD 1644 to 1912, was established by the Manchus, so it had no need to build walls to defend against nomadic groups, since it controlled both China and Mongolia. Instead, the Qing used the Mengqi system, Menkei system, to manage nomadic groups in Mongolia and Manchuria. This system divided nomadic tribes into banners, Qi, and alliances, Meng, each with its own leader who was loyal to the Qing emperor. The Qing also established trade markets along the border to encourage peaceful interactions between Han, Chinese, and nomadic groups. The Qing's decision to forego wall building marked a significant shift in border policy. From physical defense to administrative control, the shift to administrative control marked a paradigm change in border policy, moving from physical barriers to governance. Although the Qing did not build new walls, it maintained some existing sections for local defense. For example, the Qing repaired parts of the Ming Great Wall in Beijing to protect the capital from bandits. However, these repairs were minor compared to the large-scale projects of previous dynasties. The Qing's maintenance of the wall showed that it still recognized the value of fixed defenses for local security, even if it did not need them for national defense. Minor repairs showed that walls still had local utility, even if not needed for national defense. The Great Wall became a symbol of Chinese national identity during the anti-Japanese War, AD 1937 to 1945. Chinese soldiers and civilians used the wall as a defensive position against Japanese invaders, and the phrase "Defend the Great Wall" became a rallying cry for national unity. After the war, the Great Wall continued to be a symbol of China's resilience and history. In AD 1957, the Chinese government launched a campaign to repair the Beideling section of the Great Wall, making it accessible to tourists. This repair work helped to preserve the wall and promote it as a national landmark. The wall became a symbol of national unity, strengthening China's identity during a time of crisis. In AD 1987, the Great Wall was listed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. This recognition highlighted the Great Wall's cultural and historical significance to humanity. The UNESCO listing also led to increased international attention and funding for the preservation of the wall. For example, the World Monuments Fund has supported projects to repair sections of the wall that are at risk of collapse. The listing of the Great Wall as a World Heritage Site has helped to protect it for future generations. The listing ensured international recognition and preservation, protecting the wall for future generations. Today, the Great Wall is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the world, drawing over 10 million visitors each year. The Beideling section is the most visited, with its preserved walls and easy access from Beijing. Other sections, like Mutianyu and Jinshanlin, are also popular for their scenic beauty and less crowded atmosphere. Tourism has brought economic benefits to the local communities around the wall, but it has also posed challenges, like overcrowding and damage to the wall from foot traffic. The Chinese government has implemented measures to manage tourism, such as limiting the number of visitors to certain sections and promoting sustainable tourism practices. Tourism brought economic benefits, but also challenges, prompting sustainable management practices. The Great Wall has had a profound impact on Chinese culture. It has been featured in countless poems, paintings, and novels, such as the classic novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms. The wall is also a common motif in Chinese art, representing strength and resilience. In modern times, the Great Wall has become a symbol of China's rise as a global power. For example, during the 2008 Beijing Olympics, the Great Wall was featured in the opening ceremony, highlighting China's historical and cultural heritage. The wall's cultural presence has shaped Chinese identity, linking the past to the present. Despite its status as a World Heritage Site, the Great Wall faces many preservation challenges. Over 30% of the wall is in a state of disrepair, with sections collapsing due to weathering and human activity. For example, some local residents have taken stones from the wall to build houses or roads. The Chinese government has launched several campaigns to protect the wall, such as the Great Wall Protection Law, passed in AD 2006. This law prohibits the destruction of the wall and provides funding for its repair. However, preserving the Great Wall is an ongoing effort that requires the cooperation of the government, local communities, and international organizations. The Great Wall Protection Law and international cooperation are critical to preserving this global heritage. The Great Wall is more than a physical barrier. It is a testament to the ingenuity, resilience, and adaptability of Chinese civilization. Over 2 millennia, it has evolved from a local defense structure to a national symbol, reflecting the changing needs and priorities of each dynasty. From the rammed earth walls of the Qing to the brick and stone fortifications of the Ming, each section tells a story of how a dynasty balanced security with resource constraints. The Great Wall's legacy is not just in its stones and earth. It is in the way it has shaped China's identity and its relationship with the world. Today, as we look at the Great Wall, we see not just a historical monument, but a living symbol of China's past, present, and future. Its legacy continues to influence China's global image and its understanding of its own history.